So, why is what is going on in Pelvis's head so important to his fitness? Let's find out. So we all know the important factors in training. So again, let's start with that. Training. We know that to get the body we actually really want, we must exercise, keep fit and keep healthy and train hard. But there are barriers to us training. So to start off with, one barrier which will either help or be detrimental to our training is nutrition. So nutrition is absolutely vital. Just changing your nutrition can massively change your body shape. And let's be honest, that's what most people want to do when they start training. So they can actually do an awful lot just in the kitchen before they even have to step foot in the gym or even think about going out and exercising. So much change can happen just from tweaking and changing your normal food intake. So we've spoken a lot about in previous videos about what sort of foods to take on, but the main thing I want clients and anyone watching this to focus on is their diet. Bigger things, bigger changes can happen by changing your diet than it can be increasing your training intensity and training loads. We all have to eat, so as long as you make the right decisions, you'll be onto an absolute winning streak. Also, what you'll know is you cannot out-train a bad diet. So what you find then is if people want to eat absolute rubbish, some people might be able to get away with it for a certain length of time, but it will come back to bite them. So if you're putting all the effort in and you're training 3, 4, 5 times a week, okay, but having a poor diet, you're essentially beating yourself up. If you focus on anything, I want you to focus on your nutrition first. This is the most important thing. After that, once that's all set and you're happy and you're in certain healthy habits, then move on to your training. But again, people may fall down on their training and be absolutely fine on their nutrition. So what is actually stopping people? I'll tell you what it is, it's their mindset, and I believe it is the most important factor of any training, nutrition, any sort of regime to get you in shape. You can have everything all in order, you can have all your training sessions lined up, you can have all your food laid out, but if your head is not in the right space, you will not succeed long term. And let's be honest, that's what we want. Short-term fixes, we know, do not last. In the name, short-term fix. So if you see these diets which are 1 week or 2 week detoxes, essentially absolute nonsense, because it is not changing your way of eating. It's not changing your habits at all. What we need to make sure is that habit change lasts for the entirety. That consistency, like I spoke about in my previous video. So consistency is the key to your training and nutrition, but how do we become consistent? The way we do that is to be in complete control of our minds. So the importance of psychology is actually, I believe, higher than your nutrition training. So in the hierarchy, I put training at the very bottom. Yes, I'm a personal trainer and I love training and I encourage everyone to do so. But for me, if someone wants to change their body shape, how they feel, how they look, this is on the very, very bottom rung of the ladder. Okay, so it's almost the last thing to focus on. Above that, I'm going to put nutrition, because I believe that the way we look is probably between 70 and 80% down to what we eat. So as I said, 70 to 80% is down to what we eat. And that's what I believe, and that's what an awful lot of health and fitness professionals also believe. So we know we can make bigger changes just by changing our diet than upping the exercise that actually, let's be honest, a lot of people don't even want to do. So why not park the exercise for now and focus on diet? Well, the reason why people don't like to do that is because they're not in control of their diet. They're not in control of their mindset. So many people have an emotional feeling, emotional response to nutrition. And we ultimately, for the majority of the time, need to take that out of the way. It is not helpful in the slightest. So just like a video I referred to a couple of weeks ago, emotion should almost have no place when it comes to nutrition and training. It should just be like brushing your teeth in the morning. If I do brush my teeth in the morning, I don't suddenly think, oh, how am I feeling about this? Am I feeling happy or sad about brushing my teeth? It's just something we do. It's a habit. We do it morning and we do it nightly. And eating healthily and eating the right things needs to be exactly the same as that. We need to take emotion out of it as much as we can and focus on what it actually essentially is. Let's boil it all the way down to your food is your fuel. Okay? And you need to treat your body like a sports car. Okay? Put good food in and you'll get good reactions out. It's that simple. But controlling your headspace is absolutely vital. So what goes on in here is absolutely key. And if you don't have control of that, actually forget about training altogether. Okay? Focus on your headspace. Put in plans that will help you to combat poor eating, poor habits, and a lack of training. If your head is in the right space, you'll be wanting to eat well and you'll be wanting to train hard. Without the head in the right space, you won't want to train, you can eat crap, and essentially get even further away from your goal. So, take 5 minutes, take 10 minutes after this, and think about where your head is at the moment for your training and your nutrition.